friends, and welcome to my channel, new and returning subscribers. It's Margie from the Budget Evolution, where we have fun saving our money. And today we are doing our first week's check-in and unstuffing. So I was watching Missy Money. Now, you know my unstuffings, and I just felt like I don't have a system. So I was watching Missy when she does her unstuffings. And I realized what she was doing. So what she was doing is she was touching her spending and unstuffing every week, but she wasn't posting that video until the last week. So on week 4, her video would consist of her week 1 unstuffing, her week 2, her week 3, and then her week 4, and then she would have the money for the whole month. So she's doing it little by little. And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Why did we not think of that? But you know what? It's all trial and error to see what works for us. So we're still going in, we're still tracking our expenses, but now I'm going to record every time I do an unstuffing on every Friday. So everything that hits up until Thursday, which is usually when we usually get paid, but we only get 3 paychecks in a month. So I wasn't doing it. I thought I was like trying to keep up with the actual video recording. And I'm like, well, I don't have to do that. So these are going to be clips that I'm going to put into that last video for the check-in. So let's get started for our very first week in April, which is part of, because it would be April 4th, or I don't know. I think it's up to the 4th or 3rd, whatever. Today's the 4th. So, so it's whatever happened at the end of March into the beginning of April. And we are going to go to, let's see, what are we doing first? I'm going to skip around because I have my expense tracker. I'll show you. I don't mean to get myself in the frame there, but I have my expense tracker. This is from my my budget planner, and I just pulled it out because these are all the expenses we had for the month, not the month, the week, excuse me. So we're going from, excuse me, the 27th of March to April, it looks like April 2nd. So nothing actually happened yesterday, as far as I can tell. So the first one is going to be, we bought 10s unit pads that go to my 10s unit. Every so often you have to replace the pads that you put on your body. So I'm going to take that out of medical. So we're going to go to medical. Where the heck do I have medical? So that's bills. No, it would be under sinking funds. Okay, so that is medical. I already updated my trackers, and we're going to use green for April. So we need $30 out of medical. So let's get that. I was trying to remember which book it was in. Okay, so medical, we need $30. So we're going to go in here, and we are going to take out 30, and we don't have change. So we'll come back to that. So that's the first one. Okay, so we'll have to remember. I'm going to stick it up like that. The next one is going to be monthly subscriptions. So that's monthly. That's in our bills binder. So let's go to monthly, and that's here. And monthly subscriptions. And I didn't put my totals in. Silly me. So that would be 122, 121, and 120. So we're taking $3 out, one for Apple, because we have, I think, 3 apples that we have taken out for storage for the 3 different phones. And the 99-cent plan is perfect, because usually I just have everybody switch everything over to our Google Photos, which I do pay for. And then that way we're not taking, we're not spending it twice. Do you know what I mean? Okay, monthly subscriptions, we need $3. And again, we have no change. All right, I am forced to get change out. Okay, so I changed the 100 for not prescriptions, medical. And I'm going to put all this money back except for $30. So we will do a 10 and a 20. And now we have $20, $40, $60, $70 left in cash in this envelope. The rest is prop money that's in the bank. Okay, so that took care of medical. And then monthly subscriptions, I broke it down. And we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 95, and then 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to take 3 ones, and that takes care of monthly subscriptions. So that's our Hulu, Apple storage. Nice. Okay, so, all right, next up on my list is going to be J-House. Okay, so that is in high priority. So let me grab that. Okay, so this one, you know we have challenges for Naplex. So we're not going to be able to take out everything because she charged $300. Where's J-House? That's here. High priority. Naplex. All right, well, we only have $50 saved in Naplex here. So I'm just going to leave it that way. But, oh, I should have put the Naplex over here because I was using it as a separate, yeah. See, we were using it as a separate place. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So let me erase this. $249. So we still need $249. We're just waiting for those savings challenges to happen. I noticed that the numbers were kind of like every once in a while weren't coming up, and that was what was giving me such a hard time when we were, what were we doing? I think we were doing we were doing March Madness. So yeah. All right, so we need $75 for her graduation dress that she got at Lulu. So 50, 70, and 5. Not in the right place. And that leaves us $23 left. So this is wrong. All right, let me fix that. And that's going to be 98 minus 75 leaves us with the $23. Wrong pen. Because that's a plus 23. Okay, and we can highlight this because it is done. Yes, we already took it out. So 23 is what is left over. I'll put that back in there. And we're not going to take the Naplex one out until we get those savings challenges done. This bill doesn't come in until the end of the month. So not the end of this month, the end of next month. So we've got plenty of time to finish that savings challenge. I'm going to just put this over here. All right, so that took care of J-House. We did monthly subscriptions. So now we are going to pop over to, I don't track holidays, and birthdays is part of holidays. So it's not in the book. So I'm going to do that, grab my holiday binder. So this binder is where we put all of the holidays that we are saving for after we finish the savings challenges. And my birthday happens to be one of them. So I have my birthday over here first. So we'll go to this one first and see how much money is in here. We can get rid of the trackers because we did 40 and 55. And that was because we finished a challenge, March Madness was going half to our birthday. So for my birthday, we need, let's see. Birthday, we have $35. And then there's another one, 55, 34. And that's it. So that's $90.34. So we have 90. So I'm just going to take the 90 out. There we go. And we will leave the $5 in there for my birthday. I probably should have a tracker for this, but I figured the money's going to come in, it's going to go out, it's going to come in, it's going to go out, it's going to sit there for a while, so I didn't want to feel like I had to track it. All right, next up, but I know it because I have it on my expense tracker, so it's not like we don't know about it. So we did graduation. Okay, so groceries. We're going to go over here to groceries. groceries, we did a little bit. So I bought tea. I love Stash tea, and I love a lot of their teas. So, but I was like, I'll just buy one, and it's actually 6 boxes. It's a case. I do go through a lot of tea because I drink more tea than anything. And besides water, I drink more water than anything. Tea is second. So we have $46 for tea. Hubby went to ShopRite. Then he went to Acme. Then he went to Aldi. Yeah, that's him. He can do that. I am not the shop every day kind of gal. So we need $176. We are short 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm only going to take out up to Aldi. So this one for ShopRite, we're not going to do. So I'm going to add that back, or minus that. So 46. So we're 130. So we only need to take out 130 out of our cash envelopes for groceries. And then we'll take that out next time. And that's what I was like, why? You know, you don't have to like come up with the money. And that was what I was struggling with, is not having 150. And we'll take a 20 back. So we have $33 left. So we're just doing this one, this one, this one, and that one. And I was like, because we don't get paid every week, I was having such a hard time figuring that out that I was like, oh, well, this isn't working for me. You know, how am I going to make it work for myself? And that's what I love about this community, because if you watch videos, you will learn stuff that other people have tried and is working for them. And you're like, oh, you know, it's like ding, ding, ding. Yeah, ding, ding, ding. It goes off in your head and you're like, why didn't I not think of that? Okay, so that took care of groceries. We did monthly subscriptions, so we need to go to car maintenance, and that is in our sinking funds binder. So we're going back here, and that's over here, and we're going to go to car maintenance. And we had hubby went and got his car washed, so we are going to take out, oh, this is in this money, so we're going to take out $5. Then I'm going to have to exchange out of our overflow money, which is perfectly fine. Not a problem. So I'm just going to put that in there, and I know to exchange that, so we can cross that one out. And then lastly, we have outdoor, and that is in our low priority binder. All right, so outdoor, that's low priority, it's here. Outdoor, okay, so we spent $57.46 at Home Depot for whatever hubby needed outdoor. So it's $58 that we need. We are short $37. So we are going to transfer from household $37. So we need to go back into our cash envelopes. We have 21 here. And then we're going to go to household. We have a 50. So let's break this 50 down. So 50, so what is that? $13, right? 13. We need 13. Perfect. $13 goes back into household. And we can put that away. And then that will make up, and then our 21 goes in, and that takes care of this. Oops. And we took the household, and then we're going to go over here to household. And we have that written right there, and now we know we took it out already. And there we go. Ooh, wasn't that easy? Oh, that was so simple. I love it. Thank you, Missy Money. I'm going to tag her in the description below because that was fantastic. But I do have one more, and that was M-Spend, and that is from my money. And I needed, where's M-Spend? I don't really track the amount, so the balances you're not going to see. So this was, I put it in gas. It does not belong in gas. I don't know what I was thinking. Because I'm going, there's no way I only spent $11 in gas. I spent it in my spending money. Did I write it over here? Yes, I did. Okay. So we can highlight that because I'm going to take $11 out of my money. Oh, cat went flying. Come on, get on there. There we go. And I only have 10. Well, I could break the 20. Do I have change? No. Can I break a 10? No, I only get 5s. All right, let me see if I can break and get 5s. 5 ones, I mean. Okay, so I exchanged $10 out of my dining out and shopping, and I only need one of these. So let me take the worst one. I guess that one. Yeah, I guess so. Always trying to keep the nicest bills, right? All right, and then we'll grab the 10 in here. And that is our $11 that we need. So there we go. All right. So that takes care of my M spend, and that is everything. So let me add this up. So we should have somewhere right around $458, but let me go over here and highlight these because there were the UWorld we didn't do, and we didn't do the last shopping one for 46. So we can highlight all these. And then that way I also know that I have not taken those out. So let me get a little sort quick here. I actually didn't put sort quick. Hubby's gas. How could I forget hubby's gas? It's because I was skipping all over the place. Yep, see, we didn't highlight it, and I need $57. See, this is good. It checks and balances. So we will take out 57 from hubby's gas. There we go. And he's got a nice fat 50. So 50, oh, he's got more 50s. Wait a minute. So 100 minus 57 is 43. So 2 and 3. No, I need more ones. My daughter came in and she paid herself. So let me, no, I don't have any in the overflow either. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so I took the 5 that was in here and I got 5 ones and I need 43. So 20, 40, 1, 2, and 3 goes back into hubby's gas. And that's what he has left in there. And that should be the 458, right? So we have, oh, gotta highlight it. Don't forget to highlight it. There we go. So we got 100, 200, 300, 400, 20, 40, 50, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we had 458 and change. 459 is exactly what we're putting back in the bank. Yes. So this is number 2, and we are just going to go ahead and get started. We are using my old calculator that we started with because the blue one has been acting up. Not exactly sure what's going on with it. I put new batteries in it. It just could be that it was a lemon. So let's just get started with the first thing. We have money sitting over here because my husband did have an arborist come out. And they did, they charged you to come out and give their recommendations and things like that. So just waiting for that bill to come in and we will pay that later. All right. So I don't think we had any dining out. Yeah, we didn't go out anywhere, but grocery definitely had some stuff going on. So we have, let's see, and we already did our stuffing for the 17th. This technically should have been done on the 10th, but that's not what's happening right now. I did do this early and already recorded it, so we're just gonna go forward from here. So I highlighted this in green, but it should have, was it? Oh, are we doing green? See, I pulled the wrong one out. I thought we were doing orange, but apparently we're doing green. Okay, so let's add this up. We've got ShopRite for $46.02, then $44.61, $41.84, $44.41, and I think that's $176. So we went over, and we don't have that much money in the envelope, so we're not going to do all of them. So we'll do the first 3 and get them done. So $46.02, $44.61, and $41.84 gives us $132. So we will do that. All right, and then maybe the $23.79. All right, wait a minute. Let me do this. Let me highlight this one, and this one. Oh, that's right. I'm not adding those up. I need to add these up. So 46 plus, whoops, 45, 42, and then what happens if we do 45? That's 178. Yeah, that's too much. So minus 45, 133 plus 24, 157. So that one we can do. So we're going to do this one. So let me get that book out. Cash envelope book. So I think I'll move that over there. Keep this here. And we have groceries and 157. So 150 and ooh. So we don't have any change. Let me get some change. Okay, I changed out the 10 and got 2 5s. So we'll take 57. That's 157 that we're taking out, and we have $26 left in groceries, and we will get that in the next unstuffing. Okay, so that takes care of that one. Now let's move on to household. We don't have, no, we do. Household, we had $15 for the filter, for our water filter. So let me get that out. So we need 15, and we have 13, and we're off by 2. So I think I'm going to take the $2 out of groceries. That is something that I did not do yet, was figure stuff out. So we're going to do it right here now. So we're going to say 10, and we're going to do a transfer. Okay, so we got our 10, 13, and we're going to take $2 from groceries. Oh, which do I have? Yes, I do. So we will take a 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and $2. There we go. Okay, I just fixed it. I just made that 22. I was confusing myself because I don't remember exactly what was in the tray. We exchanged the 5. This is supposed to have 22. It has 22 in it. I'm good, and this has nothing. So it's either in the tray or not in the tray. So did I highlight household? So let me do that. And we did the groceries. Transfer to household. All right. Next is spending. We don't have anything in hubby spending. Nothing. Gas, Margie, $2, but I didn't take any money out. I'm good. We'll just wait till the next unstuffing. Let's see. We don't have anything in there. Graduation, renovations, Juju. She was busy. Okay. So Juju had, so we only have, let's see how much money we have in there. Let me get that book out. All right. So let's go to J House. And how much do we have in here? We have 98. So we have 98. What do we got? We got 5, 3, 5, 25, and 25. So we need 63. So 50, 70, 70, 63. I need 57 back. Let me take these better dollars. There we go. And this would be 35. That's right. So that takes care of these. These were all the little things that she needed for her residency. She had to make sure she was in good standing with all of her, anywhere there she held a technician license. So she had them in 3 different states. So she had to get a good standing thing. I don't know. Something like that. Naplex, again, we haven't finished the savings challenges, so we don't have to worry about that right now. We will do that at the end of the month. Nothing in skiing. Okay, moving on to budgets. This is low priority. And I think we did, yep, we did some stuff. So we did some Temu shopping and some Etsy shopping. So we need $21 in budget supplies. So we have 10, 15, 20, and 1. That leaves us with 17. Yes, it does. There we go. And we can highlight these 2. Next up, I don't think we did anything in crafts. Electronics, we're going to have to start putting money aside for ink. I'll have to remember that. This should be like office supplies and electronics. Garden, nothing. Gifts, we didn't do anything. Date night, nothing. Household, outdoor, nothing. But we did go shopping. Yeah, we went clothes shopping. So my daughter, all right, I obviously do not have all of this money. So in this $193 is $102 of my daughter's. So I think I'm just going to leave this alone until we finish a couple of challenges. So we're not going to do these. We're not going to do these ones. We're going to leave them. Okay, but we can go to self-care. Because these are savings challenges, and my daughter did pay me for the clothes, but since it's tied into that other amount, I don't want to mess with it because I'm just going to confuse myself. We have 2 more unstuffings to do for the month, and we can just do it another week. Self-care, we're going to do Amazon for $10, and we got 50, so we'll take 20, 30, 40. Takes care of this one. No, was there? Yep, there's more. Okay. So it's funny because I know Kristen from Intentional Living, she likes to do it one at a time, and I like to add them up. So I'm just going to add these last 2 up, 13 and 39. That's 52. So 20, 40. Oh, no, we don't have enough money, but we can do the 39. So we'll do that one. So that's putting 40 back in, grabbing $1, and we did this one. That's what I like about highlighting it. So then I know I haven't done that one because we didn't have enough money in it. We will after we do a stuffing next week, and then we'll be able to do that for our week 3. Oh, was there anything? Yeah, YouTube, I did do something. I bought something for the giveaway. So we have 50 minus 11. We need $39 back, so 20, 35, 35, all right, wait a minute, 35, 39. All right, I'm gonna put that back for a second because I can't figure it out. Like, you guys can figure it out how you add stuff. If I added 3, that doesn't do me any good, does it? Because sometimes you guys can add the money and then just take out a bigger bill. So if I added a 1, then it would be 40, right? 30, 39 back. If I give you $1, then it's 40, right? Yeah. 20, 30, 40. And this is going to be 136. 120, 30. No. No, it's not. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to get my change. Okay, I did take the $1 back. Don't freak out. I took the $1 back. Okay, so I did exchange another 5, and we need 39. So that's 20, 35. See, it should have worked. 35 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have done it right, or shouldn't I have taken the 5? I don't know. So we have 39 going back. And yeah, we can't condense any of that. So YouTube now still has 136. So 120, 35, 36. Why do I still have extra? One, two, three, four, five, six. I have $6 extra. That's why it wasn't working out. All right. I'm not sure where this goes. Oh, I can't put it there. All right, I'm gonna put it on this side, and I'll have to figure out if we're short, then that belongs in there. But I'm pretty sure we did this right. $11, that would have been 50. That makes sense. This probably wasn't the total for this. I don't know why. I think I might have done something and put money in there and then forgot to record it, is probably what I did. All right, so let's just cross this one out so it is done. Nothing ever goes smoothly, does it? All right, so that took care of low priority. And then now we have monthly bills. Is anything came out? Electric did come out. So let's get that book. Electric, and that's $232. So $220, $32. Right? 200, 2, 20, 30, and 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 92. Okay, so that one came out right. Can't they all be like that? I feel like Kristen's always goes so smoothly. All right, World Health is health insurance, and that we need 140. So 140. That one. That leaves $5 left. And then next is homeowners insurance was $234. So 150. So 150 minus, oh, we don't have enough anyway. We can't do it yet. Okay, so we're leaving that one alone. We're moving on. We'll do that next week. Okay, natural gas, there was an adjustment. Need only deposit 132. We took that out. I don't know what that means. We took out 148, but it was only 132. Oh. I don't even know what my own notes mean to me. Oh my God, that's terrible, isn't it? Tolls, no. Water. Okay, so we can take water out. Water was $63. 50, 60, and 1, 2, and 3. And it's not like we're putting this money anywhere. It's just we're waiting until the end of the month and then we'll put it all together. We're just trying to do it a little at a time to make it easier on ourselves at the end of the month. Because so much time can go by, and even look, I can't even remember why I put that note. And it's only been barely 2 weeks. Okay, so that took monthly bills. Let's go to sinking funds, which is this book. I don't know if we have anything coming out. That was already taken out. Is there two? Yeah, there is 2 pages there. Okay, DMV. So we can take this one out. We had one of our vehicles registrations come out, and that's $40. And this is out of our overflow, so let me exchange that out. Okay, so we can take a 50 and then we get $10 back. So that will now be 31, which is right. Okay, so we can put that in there. Move this out of the way and we can highlight it. Okay, next. See, this is why I like doing it weekly. I really do like it doing it weekly, even though we can't do all of them all the time, but at least we get an idea. We get an idea of what's going on in our budget, and we are always touching our budget and our money, and we're seeing what we can and cannot do. You know what I mean? Like it really does help. So let me add this up. Let me add up all of our marks. Oh, you know, I should have done it in a different color, because now if I add it up, I got to think about what I did and didn't do. All right, dining out, I know we didn't do. Groceries. So we did these. All right, I'm going to add this up, and hopefully I get the right amount. Okay, so it looks like we have $797. Hopefully we can come up with that. So we got 400, 500, 600, 700, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 93. I wonder if that extra money, was it in here? Found it. 93, 94, 95, 96, 97. So I don't know. Now I got $2 extra. So there we go. These $2 I am going to stick back in here. Was it, I think it was budget supplies, wasn't it? No, it was something else. I'll remember. I'm just going to put it in the back again, and if we're short somewhere, then that's where it goes. Right? All right, so we should have this $797. So 4, okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 56, 5, 56, 57. 57, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So that is correct. So I am going to just put this out, and there we go. Hello, YouTube friends. Okay, so this is going to be week 3 of our cash unstuffing for April. This is going to be a very short one because not much really happened. A lot of money happened, but not the ones that we could pull out of our binders. But we will get started, and we'll try to take out as many as we can. So the first thing I think we're going to start with is dining out. Yes, we did some damage. So no, we're not starting with dining out because we owe $119, and there is nothing I can take out right at the moment. After our next stuffing, and then we will clean this up and figure out where all the money is coming from. But we did spend. We went, when we went apartment shopping, we went and got lunch. And then me, my husband, and my daughter, we went out to dinner with friends when they got back from Japan. So we paid for dinner that night. Groceries. Can we do anything in groceries? Add 5. Nope. Oh, we're going to move the Easter money. So let me get that binder. So some of the money that my husband bought a ham and everything, and that is for Easter. So we are going to move that money over. So let's go to Easter is this one. So the first one here, we haven't finished that challenge. So I'm not going to pull that one. I'm going to pull this one in the back because we did this one. It is all finished. See? And we've got $20, $30, $40, $55. So let me just put that there. These were from 6 Girls Budgets, and we can get rid of those. And all we're doing is moving the money over into our grocery binder. So we have 20. Right, so now we have 20, 40, 50, 60, 75, 76, and $77. Maybe we can do something. All right, let me see what we can do. And we are going to move this out of the way. So we did this. So let's do that. Oops. I think that's I guess it is the paper. So we moved $55 over. So let's do that. So today is the 18th. We should have done this yesterday, but that's okay. We're off a day. Transfer. holiday, Easter. And that was $55. So right now with all of the transactions, we had negative 239, and then we're going to add 55. So that leaves us with 184. That's a different pen. So we still owe 184. But we can take out this 40. Yeah, we can take, well, no, we've got more money in there, so we can take out more. Let's see, what are we doing? We had ShopRite for 45. So 45, and then, so we can do that one. We're doing pink. I decided that each week it's going to be a different color, or else, because I was confusing myself. You know, we're just learning as we go. So we did that one. So that's $45. We put it in there. We got a refund, so we get $5 back. So we can take that one out and take our $5 back. And then we have $40. I don't think we have enough to do the next one. 10, 20, 35, 36, $37. So we will just leave it. We did take a little bit out, and it will all go together, as you will see in the video when you see this. The last week, we will condense, we will put it all together, and we'll have our total. But we're trying to do this weekly and being conscious of how much we're spending. Okay. So the next thing I think is just my spend, because we don't have the money for household. Hubby did some spending. He got some clothes, and we don't have all of his money in his account yet. Same thing with gas. No, gas we did. That's done. Miscellaneous, we're just leaving alone for now. My gas, I haven't bought any yet. And then my spending, it looks like we did 15, 17. We did $19 in spending. So let me get my wallet out. It is right here. So we need $19, but we don't have any change. So we owe ourselves $1 right now, because I have a 20. Do I have, I don't have 20 in here. No. Okay, so we will leave that alone. We'll just put the 20 in for now, and we will just highlight these so we know they are done. We already pulled the money, and we don't have to worry about the lunch, because as you know, I don't really keep track. I just said, I know I went out to lunch. I just put it in there, so whatever I had in my wallet was what I have left, and then I already had the 20 set aside. Okay, so next up is going to cruise. We had to pay for the parking. I reserved our parking for our cruise trip. That is up at the Brooklyn terminal. Yeah, very expensive. I think it's like $45 a day. So we need $331 out of that binder. That's our high priority. And that is this first envelope right here. And that is an overflow money. So the first thing we're gonna do is we need 1, 2. I didn't put any sort quick on. Isn't that terrible of me? No wonder nothing is moving, or they're all sticking together because I can't get them apart. So we got 1, 2, and 3, and $1. There we go. And then I'll be able to move that $1 over. So we can highlight this, because that one's done. We'll move this book out of the way. 1, 2, and 3. What did I do? It was supposed to be 331. I didn't take enough prop bills out. I will do that in a second. But let me get this first. So that's 20, 30, and 1. So that takes care of this. Let me go back to this binder. We didn't take the full amount out. We only took 301 instead of 331. You guys are probably going, you're missing something. So, okay. So we need to break down this 50. So let me do that. Okay, so here is 20, 40, 50. We're gonna take this 50, move that off, and then we need 30. So we'll take this 20 and 30. And we can put our 31 in here. So that's our 300 and then 31. This is gonna go back in the drawer. And this is what we have left, which is 330, and that is correct. And that is it for this binder. Okay, so the next thing that we will be able to do, let's see, I know we did other things in here. A lot happened with my daughter. We have, I had given her the $2,000 that we got in our income tax return. I mentioned this before, we're using it for her moving expenses. So we spent like $440. So I said, all right, transfer. Well, she just transferred it over into her high yield savings. We didn't expect to pay out that much that quickly, but you know, it happens. So I'm waiting for it to clear so she could transfer at least the 440 back. All right, but we're not going to be doing that one. We're just going to wait for that money to come in. Same thing. We're waiting for challenges to finish. So I have to look before we do our next set of savings challenges and stuff. I have to look to see which ones are NAPLEX, and I need to make sure that we finish those so we can make sure we get that money in the bank. Skiing had nothing, and Christmas, obviously, we are working on that. So the next one that we're working on is Capital One, which is in our monthly budgets, and we have, that's in our bills binder, right here. Okay, and it should have $100 in here, so 50, 20, 40, 20, 90, and 100. Capital One, I didn't change, so I put auto. That's the 50 it normally takes out, and then we are adding to it. So I'm taking another 50 out, and that will, I'll just mark it in my book, in my checkbook that I'm doing that. And then when I go to, I'll transfer just 50 over because 50 was automatically already put into Capital One. So that's all what we have to do with that one. And then I think we have medical. So let me get that book out. Okay, so I have that. So let's go here. And we're going to medical. A lot happening here. And I got bills to pay too. So I have to look to see how much is in my HSA account. Daughter spent money at Target. She was supposed to use the HSA card and she forgot the PIN, or I changed the PIN because of the new card. I'm not sure. So she ended up using my regular credit card. So we were just going to have to pay that. So we need, let's see, 61 plus 298, $359 to go back into the bank. All right. That wrong book. What am I doing? Wrong one. I got so many books. I keep forgetting which one's which. All right. And I told my daughter, I said, okay, I know I'm addicted, because she says, Mom, do we have any drink funds? So she goes, so we could get a bottle of, what is it? Kettle One. Kettle One. We were making those little fancy drinks that her ex-boyfriend had showed us how to make. So they've been very tasty and very light too. So we're just using vodka and Fresca, because you guys know I love Fresca. I don't drink it that often because carbonation is just not good for me. But you make it with that, with a little bit of lime juice, I think. Lime juice and just ice, and it tastes really good. So let's go to medical here. And we need, what do we need? $359, right? No, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, $359. It's over here. Okay, so we have $126 in the bank. So we're going to use that up, minus $226. So we're just going to pop those in the back there because we're going to use them up. And then we need 33. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 20, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, so that leaves 50. I'm off by $3, but that's okay. We will just leave those $3 in there. So that's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 10, 15, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 33. I need 33. That's why. 32. I'm off by $1. 31. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. There's money in the account. I'm just going to take the 332. $1. It's okay. So technically this should be 49, but we're just going to make it 50. Oh, wrong color. Because if I do it in red, then that means that I'm over. So I try to do it in black or blue, so I know. So now we have $50 left over in medical. And I think that's it. So if we add that up, we had terrible. So it's 918 that we're looking for. So we have 300. And then we have 226. And then 50. And then 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, and 60. So 260. 10, 20, 30. We have 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45. I must have counted wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 918 is perfect. So that is how much money is going back to the bank. So let's do our little spread. Hello. We'll put that down for a little snapshot. There we go. Okay, so let's get started with week 4. You've been watching week 1, 2, 3 of my unstuffing and check-in. So we are going to do that with week 4, and then yeah, we're going to have to count it all up and see where we're at. All right, so the color we're going to use today to highlight is going to be this like goldish color. I hope the lighting is a little bit better today. Today I'm using natural light and just a little bit of artificial light because I noticed my videos were really bright, like almost blinding bright. So I'm trying to tone it down a little bit. All right. Oh my goodness, there's so much going on. All right, dining out. So let's see what we've got. We went overboard, yeah, as usual. And we spent $120 when we were in Philly. We spent $90 going out with friends. Same, we went out again with other friends. And that's $275. So let me pull out that binder. I had all the binders together and then I was like, where'd I put them all? All right. It is actually, I'm sorry. It's hot in here. It got warm all of a sudden. Yeah, I have been stuffing this. So what I did is I transferred money from date night. So I did that already. And we can cross that one out. And I transferred money from what was left over with the Easter money. And I transferred money over from my birthday, whatever was left over in there. So let's see. So dining out, we need $275. We have 51, 50, 70, 90, 210, 230, 220, 230, 40, 50, 60, 265, 70, 75. Ooh, and we got all these ones. So let's, all right, let me put this in here. Right. Okay, so that took care of those. Wrong side. And we got that one, and that one. All right, groceries. Ooh, groceries. Look at all of those. And my husband says, oh, I only go like once or twice a week. Yeah, sure you do. All right, I'm gonna add these up real fast. so that's $377 we need. All right, so wait a minute, it is $377, but we did transfer $55 over from Easter because obviously we use money for Easter dinner, so we did that. And then we had, my husband's Visa card gives refunds, but it gives it on the card. So we have $50 going towards that. So it's not actual cash. We don't have to put as much in the bank because when the credit card comes in, it'll be $50 less. So we can minus 50 out of here. And then ShopRite, he had a refund. So there's $10. So we can minus another 10. And then we did transfer money over from electric. We had, you know, a surplus in electric, and I transferred over $79. So now we only need 317. So 1, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I will just take that 10, and I'm not going to worry about the dollar. All right, so that took care of all of those, what we were spending. So household, it looks like we're over here. We did Ollie's for $23 and Home Depot for $22, so we need $45. And we're going to put a 50 and grab a 5. Okay. Go. And then hubby spending, yes, he spent money. I did not know he was going to be spending this money. He tells me, and then he says, well, I told you. And I said, yeah, like a week ago. And you know, it takes time to save money. Oops, wait a minute. That's 1, 2, 3, $111. He went to Boscov's 3 times, no less. And then he did do a return, so we can take that out, 15. So we need $207. And we have, okay. So we don't have all of that. We only have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. And we needed 117, but this is actually his spending money, and he doesn't have a clothing fund. So you know how we were playing Let's Go Fishing? Because technically we would use this money towards Let's Go Fishing, right? Well, you know, we pretty much finished the game. So I'm going to unstuff it to pay for his clothes, and then we will replay the game again. So section 1 was finished. So we had 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we'll do this. And then section 2, also we finished the entire card. So that's 10, 15, 25. And then section 3, same thing. We finished the card. These are all done. And we were just doing the bonus ones. 10, 15, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24. So I should be separating this money out. Okay. Section 4, same thing. We finished the entire card. So that's 10, 5. So that's 10, 15, 18 in section 4. Section 5. We had 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And section 6, section 7, section 8 they're an add-on that Dice Budgeting sent me. It was really nice of her. She didn't have to do that. And then Drop a Line is Plinko style. So you can play this as many times as you want. There's no starting and stopping time frame. You do what you want. We had $5 in there. Reel to Reel. We had $6, so we'll just finish that out. And then Sea Creatures was the last one, and we didn't get anything in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to restart this now with all the add-ons in it. So that'll be fun. And I am going to put this off to the side. And how much did we save in total? So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. 91, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we saved $114. I'm going to mark that in my book. So we finished the challenge. H spend, which is really for his clothing. So we did that. Put that away. And then this $14 is going to go into hubby's, and we will replay the games. Oh no, we still need money. Wait a minute. We need what do we need? So there we go. You know what? I think I'm going to move Piggy out of the way. There we go. Give us a little bit more room. Move them out so that you get a little bit more sunlight coming in. Actually, not sunlight. It's kind of dreary out today. So we're going to put $1 in because we did finish it. And we have Corper here from Savings with Tracy and Order Up. And we'll put our $1 in there. So that took care of hubby's spending. Gas, he hasn't done yet. Miscellaneous, we haven't done anything. My gas, I'd have 50. I had to run down the stairs and go get my wallet. So this is my new wallet. It's a Bella Taylor cash envelope system wallet. And so far I'm loving it. So what I did is I as you know, I did put little stickers on the little things, and I was like, oh, this is like another way I could save my spending money if I'm not using it, and kind of put it in different categories and only look at what's in here when I go, dining, and I'll have moved money for here. So I put I have clothing, I put $20 in there. I put $2 in entertainment. I put $2 in hobbies, so you could do another savings within savings, I guess. All right. So no, not spending. We need gas. So that was here. There's my $50, and that takes care of that one. All right. So my spending, wrong one. That was March. We're here. Let's see. Other lunch, that was just to adjust it to what was in my wallet, because I know I did go out to lunch. Don't remember how I spent it, because as you know, I really don't track. I'm not usually tracking my spending money because it is my spending money. I should be able to spend it on whatever I want and not worry about it. But I do use my credit card for the vending machine. So we only have $4 more that I need to take out, and I put that in the back here for deposit. So that's $1, $2, $3, and $4 going in there. There we go. All right. So that took care of that. And that is it in cash envelopes. So we can move on. So let's talk about high priority. I just feel like, things are just going crazy. So we already paid for the parking for our cruise coming up in a couple of weeks. But remember, we changed our Norwegian cruise to Tahiti, Bora Bora, Hawaii to just Hawaii with Celebrity. And that was a $900 deposit. But I haven't gotten my deposit money back yet from Norwegian. So we do have to wait to get that back. So I'm just going to leave this here, and we're not going to touch that until next month, because this won't hit that credit card until May 26th. So hopefully that money from NCL will come back. Next up is graduation. We just put money in that we didn't have anything taken out, at least not yet. We're up to $1,400 in graduation, which is great. Renovations, we haven't do anything, but we are working. We're going to be working on this in May, because you'll see when I do my May calendar, we actually have some goals. Even in the short time that we're going to be home in May, I do have some goals, and I'm going to try to work really hard to get to them. All right. And then Juju, yeah. So she paid me the $440, for all of the expenses for, getting her apartment. That's when we went apartment shopping. So we have $8, $7 in parking, 100, 225, 100. We had, she had to get investigated by the FBI. So that's $458. Let's see how much money we have in here. And this $17.49, this is her April and May rent. Now she gets 2 months for free, but that's going to be June and July when she starts getting paid. So in June and July, when she gets paid, she's going to pay me back because we put this on the credit card. But I'm going to use my 10K challenge money when I unstuff that to pay that, and then I'll just pay back my 10K challenge because that's really the cruise money. So I really don't need all of that until the end of June or July. So we'll be all right there. So it's kind of, so I'm leaving notes for myself because, you know, a day, a week could go by and, you know, I forget all about it. So we need $458. So we have in the bank, we have 100, 2, 3, $440. So minus 440. And that will leave us with $18. So I'm just going to take a 20 and grab 2 ones. There we go. And then she'll still have 17, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and $17 left in here. All right. Next up is Naplex. Naplex was $299, and as you see, we finished out Seashell for 72, Going on a Cruise for 63, Sea Day Savings for 124, and Fish Tank Color and Save for 35. So that was 200. Oh yeah. Okay, so that was $299. So let's see, we just need $299. So that's 1, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 200, what? 80, 94. I need 99. We're going to have to break this 50. Here's our $50 that I exchanged out our overflow money. So I ended up closing the shade and putting the light on because it really started to get really dark in here. So that's 50, 70, 90, and 100, and we'll get, that's 300, right? And we'll get $1 back. So this 1, 2, and then this is 20, 40, and 50, and we get $1 back. And that should leave $45. And yes, it does. So that's what's left in Netflix. And that'll go towards now her testing fees. Yeah, it doesn't end. It never ends, does it? So we have this, and that takes care of that. Okay. And skiing, we didn't have anything. It's nice and quiet. And I made a new one, the budget convention, because we finished a challenge and I was like, where am I putting it? So I put it in here because we're going to have to put that money towards the credit card when I pay that bill. All right. So moving on to low priority. Here we go. And we're moving over and we don't have anything going on. Thank goodness. I finally am not spending every day anymore. Crafts didn't have anything. Electronics didn't have anything. Actually, I did take money out. I put that towards the arborist. So that was in, yeah. I took it out of garden, the arborist. So that's already cash right here that we got to pay the arborist. So why don't we do that? And I'm going to highlight this so I know to add it up. And that should be 69, 20, 40, 50, 69, 60, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. Whew. Okay, so that's $70. And we're putting that in there. Get rid of that because his bill came and I need to pay it. All right, gifts. I don't think we had anything. Nope. Date night, we just moved the money, so we're just going to mark that down. that we did that. And then outdoor, another thing. So hubby decided we needed a new gazebo cover. Yes, this is like our so our original one. Then we got 2 more. So that's 1, 2, 3. And now we need a new one. So we're on our 4th gazebo cover. I'm telling you. The salt air, the sun, they deteriorate so fast. If they last 5 years, you're lucky. So we need 122 and 371. That's $493 because this was for the lawn. No, that was all for the trees. This was also for the trees. Yeah. And then a new cover for our gazebo. So we don't have it because we had $6 in outdoor. So we're taking this out of our 3K savings, which is really for the electronics and stuff in the house, but it is technically household. It kills me to take money out of a savings account, but when you got to do what you got to do, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So we need $493, and let's just start unstuffing this. So we have minus what do we need? We need a 122, 371. Sorry, this video is definitely going to be a long one. 100, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 50, 70, 90, 510. What? Did I take out more than I needed? Uh-oh. 1, 2, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 50, 70, 90, and I just needed $3. Oh, I took out more than I needed. I definitely was not counting right. 493, right? 470.93. Yep, 493. All right, so we took out 495, so we'll put that in here. Keep doing that. And this is going to be we're 20. Today is actually the 26th. I'm doing this a couple days early. Actually, I've been doing that where I'm off a week for the end of the month, which is perfectly fine. This is 3K savings. 50, 20s, a 50, 20s, and 5. There we go. This is why I also don't like folding money. So we get to restuff that. I'll do that off camera, and I'll put this back in there where it belongs. I don't know what I was thinking. I thought I was emptying it out, and I'm like, oh, no, sorry, that ain't happening. All right, so we can get rid of that, and outdoor should still have its $12 since we didn't touch it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Why am I off by $2? Oh, that's right, because we're going to take 2 back. Because it was 83 instead of, we took out 93 instead of 90. We took out 95 instead of 93. Okay, there we go. So that is now correct. And now moving on to retail therapy. This is another one. So when I spend money, this is what I don't like, is that if I'm spending money on things like shoes, clothing for work and stuff like that, I don't expect my husband to be spending money that wasn't planned for because I haven't saved it, or it takes out of one account too much in 1 month. And I yelled at him because I said, you could have just waited another month and we could have taken the retail money out of yours, taken it out there. But no, he had to get it right then and there because I had just bought all this stuff. So we have 193 from from Marshall's, and then we spent another 142 for shoes. I did take shoes back. We have 36, 10, and 87. Okay, I ran all the way downstairs to get the receipt. I wrote it in. Then I started calculating, and all hell broke loose. So I don't know what I was doing or what I was thinking, but we'll start over. So we got 193. We got 142. 36, 10, and 87. So we need $468. We should have at here. That's why there's so much money here. So 1, 2, 300. We're going to be short $31. 20, 35, 45, 55, 65, 66, 67. So we have 367. 1, 2, 3. 20, 35, 45, 5, 65, 66, 67. So minus 367. Okay. And then my daughter already paid me 102. That was already in here. She gave me the 36 for her something, rings that she bought or something there. But I do have to take out the 70 for the DSW because that's actually on the credit card. So we minus 70. And that leaves the $31 that we are going to be over. So we still owe $31. 10, 5s and 1s. And let's color all this in. So the $31, we're going to take it out of miscellaneous because that's what it's for. We still owe $11. That is fine. All right. Self-care. Why do I have that there? And then we don't have anything in party funds, so we're good there. Okay, so that was all that was in low priority. We do need $11 more. I'm not really going to worry about it right at the moment. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the $11 out of my wallet. That's what I'm going to do. So we're going to close this. And we're just going to take $11 out of here. There we go. And we'll fix that. All right. So Capital One, we already took both of those out. Car insurance, we need $347. So we have 1, 2, 3, 20, 40, 5, 6, and 7. That should leave us $43, which is what we have. And we can put that in there. There we go. And then let's see, we're moving on to electric. We transferred the money, the $79 to groceries, so we can just highlight this because we did that. World Health was already taken out, but one of the other stuffings. Let's see, homeowners. We need $234 out of homeowners. So 150, 200, 20, 35. And 34, and we have $3 left. Monthly subscriptions. Oh, did I highlight that? No, I didn't. Okay, we only had the one Adobe, which was $22. Monthly subscriptions. Did I pass it already? Yes, I did. So we need 20 and 1 and 2. And that leaves us with 144. So 50, it's 110, 20. Why am I off by $3? 22, 4, right? 166 minus 22 is 144. So 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 121. I'm off by $3. Don't know. 141. Not sure where the $3 went, but we're going to fix it. Somebody had commented, and I appreciate you. Trust me, I don't get mad at those things. She asked me, says, why does your money not match the money in the envelope match your tracker? And I said, because sometimes something happens, I forget to record it, or I added it wrong, and I don't have time to go back and fix it. So I just adjust it along the way, because obviously I did something. Just don't remember what I did. Okay, so natural gas, we didn't have anything yet. That's at the end of the month. T-Mobile, $227. So 2, 25, 6, and 7. 5 and 7. That comes out. Okay. Next, I don't think we had tolls this month because it's like quarterly. I think it comes out. Water was already taken out. Okay, now we're moving on to sinking funds. All right, sinking funds. Let's see. We have nothing here. We already took out motor vehicle. We already took out there. Investments, we need $50 to go to Fidelity. I decided to buy some stock or start to buy some stock. Investment funds, we have $50, so I'm going to take that out because I already had money transferred into Fidelity. Life insurance was, that happens once a year, so we're just building it back up. Destroy the debt is just a savings for our loan, our personal loan. MUA is bi-yearly medical. So we need $128. Oh, this one I'm going to wait till May. See, wait till May. So I'm going to wait to unstuff that next month because that just happened and I want to be able to take it out of my HSA money. So I'm just going to leave it. It hasn't hit, I mean, it hit my credit card, but I'm not going to take it out until next month. So that, and then all the other, like the rent and stuff we'll worry about next month. Winter's here, no yearly subscriptions this month, and that is it. Okay. So hopefully, if we did this right, we should add this up. So let me go through and add it up. It might get a little difficult for me when I'm adding it up. I just want to get a baseline number of what I think I should have in here. Only because, you know, with all the credits going in and out, I sometimes confuse myself. So I'm pre-warning. So we forgot YouTube. Let me get my book here. When I was going through and adding up the numbers, hopefully I got close to 35.45, but let's go to YouTube. And we need $25. So 20, you know what? I could do 21, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, and we'll add 25 to that. And that's still 116, which is right. All right. Okay. So our number now is 35.70. If we get somewhere close to that, I will be happy. It doesn't have to be exact because remember we do round, but there were a lot of like returns and things like that in this one. So it makes it more difficult to calculate because I don't, you know, if I was given money, I did it in prop. So we'll count that first. But returns, since it happens within my credit card, I don't have prop money for that. Maybe I should, you know, so we don't confuse it. So these are learning curves, right? All right, so this one was a lot bigger than all the other weeks, so I apologize that this is a long video. So we have, we'll start over, 1, 2, 3, 450, 70, 90, 500. So we have $500 in prop. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 1,500. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, so 540. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Did I do that right? Did I put 1,700 instead of 170? Okay, so that was 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 1,500. This was 600. This was 540. 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20. Wait a minute. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 40. That's what I thought. Okay, yeah, because I was like, I think I put 1,700 instead, because it jumped up to over 4,000, and I was saying, but we're so close. What happened? I think this is 170. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So that should have been 170. There we go. That's much better. 5, 10, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, and 15. There we go. Much, much better. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 36 in that stack. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You know what? $30. I'll take it. Right? No, we're off by 120. 120? No, wait a minute. So 34.80. Minus 35.70 is $90. So it's probably the, what do you call that? The returns and stuff like that. So, you know, it could have been the 70. I don't know. Because I get nervous when I'm on camera and then I'm like, oh, should I be writing this down? That takes too much time. Anyway, so we're going with 34.80. And our other check-ins, I have them right here. We had week 1 was $4.59. I'm going to add it. So we had $34.80 was week 4. Week 1 was $4.59. Week 2 was $7.97. Oops, get in there. And week 3 was $918. And then our prop so we have $5,654 going back to the bank. All right, there you go. $5,654 is going back into the bank so we can pay our credit card and all of our bills. I want to thank you all so much for the torturing long video that I know this is going to be when I get done with editing it. It's all a learning. It's all learning, and it's all learning on what works for you. So I make mistakes. I'm human. Just because I make a video does not mean I am perfect. I am far from perfect. So this just shows you that if you're struggling when you're doing your unstuffing, it is okay. It happens to even me. The rest of us, we're not perfect. But we try to keep changing what we do in order to find what works for us. So find out what works for you so you can unstuff as easily as possible, keep yourself on track, and save your money and pay down debt. All right, thank you so much for watching. I want to thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. If you made it this far, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.